Yeah, we are live.
Yeah, we're good.
Alright, are we live?
Alright, streaming.
Yeah, it's not autofocus?
Maybe.
What's that?
Don't pan too much.
I know, I won't.
Guys, also talking near the thing. The audio. Trying to compete with our setup. Nice little box there. Is it working? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you just want to keep it like this. See? Look. You can see the...
Is anyone going to operate, or is it going to...
Jonathan, you want to? Show off. In the middle. Right there. Which is where should be focused on, I think. Anyone else want a pen?
Yeah, the audio, guys. This is not. We don't have tape.
Is it live? So there's on.
Yeah, I know. Not dumb.
Good morning. Any ceremonies about to begin? Thank you. Let's come to attention as soon as possible, please. Finish that sentence. Thank you. Now, before we begin, please make sure that if you have a telephone, that it's turned off and put away, and please don't refer to it during the course of this morning's ceremony. Welcome to our high school students, to our head of school, Dr. Rungi, to our provost, Dr. Raukama, to our parents, to our teachers, and to those people who might be at home or around the world watching this morning's ceremony on our live feed. Welcome to our annual Honours Convocation. Yes, that's right, you're being watched. You may have heard that it's the 50th anniversary and birthday of this fine establishment, HKIS. And whether you're here present now or watching live online, please join me in an enthusiastic and, if possible, tuneful rendition of Happy Birthday to HKIS. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear HKIS. Happy birthday to you. So two things. I swore I'd never sing in public, and I swore I'd never sing in something that would be broadcast, but I think as a result of that, Simon Cowell is going to get in touch, and I have a future. Welcome everybody to this ceremony, our annual Honours Convocation, another moment in our last few weeks during which we pause to congratulate our students for their endeavours and accomplishments in their learning. In every way, that learning might be defined. Welcome to all those present, and of course, as mentioned, those people who might be watching at home. All of our high school students engage in rigorous learning programs in the classroom, in service activities, in music, in sport and theatre, for example. Our student learning results are the characteristics we expect each student will acquire through the curriculum and our co-curricular activities, equipping them for college and perhaps more importantly, equipping them for an engaged and compassionate adulthood. All 756 students in the high school deserve my thanks for their presence and engagement. Those receiving awards this morning might be under the spotlight in the moment, and you all know, I hope, the regard in which every student is held. It's a privilege every day to serve you as the high school principal, not least as the school celebrates this 50th year. Join me, please, in welcoming our Provost, Dr. Ron Ralcomer, who will present this morning's first award, the Bob Christian Alumni Award.
Thank you, Mr. Hurwitz, for the introduction and the information on today. It really is a celebration of not just your class and your year, but the 50 years of HKIS. And nothing says that better than an alumni award, an award that's given to an outstanding alumni in the name of Bob Christensen, who was the first head of school at HKIS. This year, we're going to introduce Gigi Chow. Gigi is the vice chairman of Chung Nak Holdings Company, a Hong Kong listed property development company here in Hong Kong. She's perhaps better known in Hong Kong and worldwide as a rights activist. She's a founding member of the Big Love Alliance, charity and campaigns for LGBT rights, and organizes the annual Pink.HK event, Hong Kong's largest diversity and equalities event. She's also the founder and chairwoman of the Faith and Love Foundation, a charity that works to encourage volunteering and alleviate poverty in Hong Kong for the underprivileged. Alumna Teresa T, in the class of 1996, nominated Gigi for the Bob Christian Alumni Award and writes, Gigi exemplifies HKIS's vision of what is creative, resilient, and truly caring member of our society should be. Gigi has come from a family of great wealth and resources and has taken what has to create a foundation to help the underprivileged, youth, and the lone elderly, as well as the mentally handicapped in Hong Kong. Through her foundation, Faith and Love, with her team of inspired volunteers, she has personally reached out to Hong Kong to help the needy. On behalf of Gigi, her brother, class of 2012, who attended Hong Kong International School from 1999 to 2009, Roman Chow will be here with her remarks. Please introduce.
Good morning, everybody. As you can tell, I'm not Miss Gigi Chow. My name is Roman Chow, and I'm Gigi's younger brother. I am here to accept the award on her behalf. And before I move on to speech, I just want to say a few words. Throughout my whole life, I've had an admiration for my sister in terms of her character, as well as her ambition. And on the former note, it is my honor to accept this award for her contributions to society. So now I will speak her speech. Okay, so through roll-ups and lunchtime tennis, I think these two were my most fond memories of HKIS High School. Oh, also the debate team and baggy jeans. One never forgets her high school. That's true even for me, who has gone through 3 of them in different countries. Hong Kong is a place where childhood relationships are never forgotten. And in the highly connected world today, even more so. It is truly a splendid honor to receive this important award from HKIS, a school that has taught me much more than a conventional classroom. From a young age, HKIS has taught me that happiness is nobody else's responsibility than one's own. And the greatest happiness comes from, well, suffering. For suffering is a human condition, and it is through suffering that we feel connection with a fellow human being, or a walking, swimming, crawling, wobbly creature. And if we can persevere through the most unbearable suffering and still be able to find the inner strength to smile and feel gratitude, then every failure is just part of the journey called success. Through the trials and tribulations of high school, in one of the most diverse and prestigious academic institutions in Hong Kong, many of the friends and frenemies made here have lasted a lifetime. Of the people who went to HKIS together with me, I want to first thank my then bully of choice, who, well, shall remain nameless, who is now a true friend. I want to thank my two best friends, Anne and Lena, who have got me into way too much trouble, but at the same time, made my life at HKIS so much more interesting. But on this occasion, I want to thank Teresa T. and Jason Tam, both of whom have believed in me enough to nominate me for this award. And it is because of these blessings, their blessings and support, that I have the privilege of this address in front of you today. Most of all, I sincerely thank all those behind the Bob Christian Award nomination committee that have provided me with the motivation and encouragement to further carry the HKIS spirit forward, of personal excellence and contribution to the world. Thank you very much.
Good morning. My name is Beth McNicholas, and I'm the president of the Parent Faculty Organization. The PFO is honored to have the opportunity to select 4 juniors and 4 seniors to receive merit scholarships again this year. Thank you to all of the applicants who applied. We actually had a record number of applications this year. More than, actually 31 juniors and 26 seniors applied. So it was even more difficult than usual to choose from your extremely impressive applications. So thank you. I'm going to read the names of the junior winners first. If your name is read, please come to the podium so you can receive your certificate. This year's junior winners are Udian Kumra, Leslie Jewel Lynn, Lindsay Lua, and Maxwell Sherman. Congratulations to all of the junior winners. I hope that all the other juniors will apply again next year. For the senior class of 2017, we selected the following 4 winners. Once again, please come up when your name is called. Mary Caitlin Isaiah Lovett. Lanshin Melody Na. And Camden Cricket Richter. In your endeavors next year. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of all the students, I would like to deeply thank the parent-faculty organization and the Booster Club for your continued support of the high school. Mrs. McNicholas, you and your team on the PFO have been extraordinary in enriching the student experience at HKIS. I know that we have all seen your amazing team host the Pumpkin Festival, World's Fair, scholarship opportunities, and teacher appreciation weeks. Mrs. Levy, you and all the other Dragon ladies in the Dragon shop are always so welcoming, wise in knowing what size PE shorts to buy, and efficient 3 minutes before PE starts. The snow cones, cupcakes, generous allocations for student activities and athletics have all tremendously boosted school spirit. We are sad that both of you will be retiring from the board next year. However, we are grateful in knowing that both of you have left a strong legacy for the PFO Booster Club as well as the HKIS High School.
The student chosen has to meet specific strict criteria, including completion of advanced studies in science, outstanding academic excellence, and behavior indicative of Rochester's and Bausch & Lomb's commitment to scientific study. The winner of this year's Bausch & Lomb Award is Lindsay Luo.
The Rensselaer Medal was first presented over 100 years ago, back in 1916. It has two purposes. One, to recognize student academic achievement, and then also to motivate students for careers in science, mathematics, technology. And we have the pleasure of awarding that to a junior, because it's always awarded to a junior. This year, this student has distinguished himself in mathematics and science. This award comes with a $25,000 per year scholarship for 4 years, which you can do the math on that. And the medalist would attend Rensselaer and then has a variety of academic programs that they can choose from. So it's my pleasure on behalf of the Math and Science Departments to award this to Tik Lung Chan.
Each year, around 1.5 million students around the world enter the National Merit Program by taking the PSAT, National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. This morning, I wish to recognize and congratulate one of our HKIS students named as a finalist. This person is among the top 1% of all people in the world who enter this competition. I would also like to mention that this person also is actually among the top 0.2% of people in the world who earned the $2,500 US scholarship. This year's winner, Kenneth Zhang. Another prestigious award that HKIS is proud to present every year is one that is received this year by two students, seniors, nominated by the faculty, who embody the characteristics that you see on the slide. This award is about personality, it's about conduct, it's about leadership in academics, it's leadership in service, and it's just service all around to the HKIS community. Usually, every school can nominate two seniors. Every school in Hong Kong can nominate two seniors, which, as you can imagine, is a pretty tough job. Normally, one senior, if you're lucky, from the school wins. This year, both of our nominees won for all of Hong Kong. I would like to now congratulate Yash Bardaloy and Helena Lee. One more for me, the American Chamber of Commerce Award. The American Chamber of Commerce gives a charitable foundation prize each year, and every school is eligible to nominate one junior who is a permanent resident of Hong Kong who has demonstrated exemplary scholarship, leadership, and extracurricular service. Again, no easy decision, but this year administration and counseling teams have nominated a young person who is keenly connected to many aspects of the school, both in and out of the classroom. His infectious optimism and tireless work on behalf of his peers and for the school comes through each and every day. It is with pleasure that I announce this year's recipient of the HKIS nomination to Maxwell Sherman.
Council of Overseas Schools Global Citizenship Award is presented to an outstanding junior student who embraces the qualities of a global citizen. It is expected that the recipient is respectful of the diversity of other nations, has an open mind, is well-informed, aware, and empathetic, shows concern and caring for others, encourages a sense of community, and is strongly committed to engagement and action to make the world a better place. This nominee is also able to interact and communicate effectively with people from all walks of life while having a sense of collective responsibility for all who inhabit the globe. This year's HKIS Global Citizen was born in Geneva, Switzerland, and joined HKIS in 9th grade from Atlanta, Georgia. She utilizes her strong collaborative problem-solving and consensus-building skills through her involvement with a number of on-campus initiatives. Most notably has been her commitment to the CNN initiative, My Freedom Day, aimed at raising awareness of human global trafficking. This student continually seeks to understand the interdependence of global human issues. Never one to retire in the background, she's vocal, active, and forthright in her opinions. She doesn't wait for life to happen to her. She's right out front demanding that it comes her way. Her ability to throw herself into moral causes, wrestle with her ideals intellectually and emotionally, and move to actualizing a campaign is a strength that will guide her well in the future. I am so proud to award the 2017 HKIS Global Citizenship Award to a most deserving candidate, Ella Herb.
This year's nominee for the Humanities Department possesses all that the Humanities Department values and that we hope all students aspire to. He is someone who demonstrated passion, asserted leadership, built community, and has mastered the skills and makes connections between all his studies. He has stood out from his peers in the humanities in both the obvious classroom interactions and more subtle discussions outside of class. I first met him while chaperoning a forensic strip of Soul. He struck me then as an aspiring scholar with a deep curiosity of the humanities and an unabashed desire to exchange ideas and challenge others intellectually. His ability to dialogue, discourse, and debate with ease was seen by his peers in forensics this year with a staggering sweep of events he competed in with all of work, culminating in a team victory for our forensics team. I've also seen this in my own class and heard commendations from all of his other teachers. Additionally, he's taken on independent projects like the service database and an insider's guide to AP and honors courses. His efforts to build a stronger HKIS community through his work on the Senate will have an impact beyond his years at HKIS. I know this because there was a recent moment in my freshman homeroom when he made an appearance that prompted a question after he left. Was that the Yash? So yes, our recipient of the Humanities Scholar Award this year is the Yash Award.
Good morning. 4 years ago, a student walked into class classroom not knowing a single word of Chinese. 4 years today, while this student is graduating from a high Chinese class, who has maintained academic excellence, demonstrated passion for learning Chinese culture, and who's been a mentor for all his peer students. Well, Zhang Lao is going to share with us some anecdotes about him. For many China trips, while people are complaining about the toilets, that one particular student is asking why the Hong Kongese and the mainlanders are using different words to describe the same thing. Why the Chinese kings use dragon to symbolize themselves. So every lesson, I have to be ready for the why and how from that students. As Confucius saying, learning without thinking leads to confusion. Thinking without learning ends in danger. But that one particular student perfectly makes thinking and learning connected. Let's give a round of applause to Color Black.
The Outstanding Student in Mathematics Award is given to an 11th or 12th grade student who has the following qualities. Number one, demonstrates a passion for learning mathematics and then shares that with others. Number two, has an understanding of the subject, but also combines that with a knowledge and wanting to seek more of that. Is a natural problem solver, sees a situation and then can sit there for an extended period of time trying to think through that problem. The winner should also have an intellectual curiosity. This student, I remember placing him in grade 9, and here he's graduating today. And he definitely exhibits all of these qualities. I've seen it from day one. He not only recognizes the beauty of mathematics, but its a tremendous importance in our rapidly changing world. The other day, my daughter and I were watching America's Got Talent. I'm sure you're all familiar with that show. It's a show where people demonstrate their abilities from dancing to magic. They don't have any mathematicians on there yet, but magic comes close. Well, on behalf of the math department, I get to say today that Michael Wu's got talent.
Canadian tie today. I know I just want to come back to Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the PE department, I just want to tell you how much fun this year was, and meeting all of you and just being able to play out on the field and stuff. We had a lot of fun this year. I had the pleasure of attending the 50th ceremony of the different gatherings that we had over the past weekend. You know, all the vets are there. We're all kind of lying into white hair now. But you know, one thing that we did say to each other. Well, here's what we didn't say. I used to teach chemistry and that kind of stuff here. We didn't say, how are your derivatives going, or how's that chemistry happening? You know what we said to each other? How are you doing? Are you healthy? Are you feeling good? You know what? When all the dust settles, that's really what matters. And that's why we feel, yeah, really, PE's probably the most important thing you're going to be taking along with you for the rest of your life. We feel really, there's a couple of people I want to recognize. There's a male and a female recipient. The male recipient is the end of a clan, last of a clan. I've taught his two brothers, and this is a guy who's so full of energy, so positive. We actually see a little bit of that during the community gatherings we have. He's always out here swaggering around with the microphone. I'm really delighted to recognize Michael Mistake. He is what impresses the department about Cricket Richter is her adherence to the physical education program and all that she has to offer. As a varsity athlete, lettering in 3 sports and representing Hong Kong in the triathlon, you think she'd come to PE a little pooped out. Cricket is awesome in PE. She brings her best to PE. She brings an enthusiasm. She helps others. She even wears her uniform this year. I'm so impressed with Cricket Richter. Please come on up.
The award winner this year has tackled the intricacies of higher level courses in French and Spanish. Considering the fact that she is already conversant in 2 other languages, she would endeavor to be quadrilingual. We are delighted to congratulate Marta Tanner. Launched a new book prize for excellence in Spanish studies for Hong Kong secondary students. The Spanish section of the Romance Language Department nominated Marta Tanas for this prestigious Cervantes Book Prize. Congratulations.
Senior Science Scholar Award is given to an outstanding senior in the field of science. This year we have 2 highly qualified students, and both have demonstrated academic excellence throughout their rigorous high school careers. These recipients show a strong commitment to scientific study. They not only solve problems, but they embrace them. They embrace all these challenges with curiosity and resilience and a high level of collaboration. This year, the winners of the Science Scholar are Tituan Dumalorm and Melody Conti.
Today, when we talk about luxury cars, we talk about Tesla. Over 100 years ago, Henry Ford created the T Model T, and he was one of the innovators at the time. It's not because he's particularly a scientist, but his dedication on improving the team or how things work together makes him the leader of the time. The Justin Harmon Leadership in Technology Awards congratulate students and leaders who demonstrate these qualities of leading the teams and exemplifying the advancements of technology and use it in a school environment. And this year the awards goes to William Liu.
Good morning. Theater artist. What is a theater artist? A theater artist goes beyond acting. They direct, they design, they go above and beyond. The student has worked hard, has pushed to be the best. The student fully embodies this quote by Aristotle: "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. This student has strived for excellence and will continue to strive for excellence. I have no doubt, and I can't wait to see what life has in store, Broadway or beyond. This year's award for Outstanding Theater Artist goes to Ethan Wong.
On behalf of the Performing Arts Department, I would just like to thank all students for participating in various ensembles this year. It's been a banner year for the groups, participating in community gatherings, concerts, festivals, and a variety of different other activities. The National School Choral Award, the National School Orchestra Award, and the John Hill Cecil Awards are internationally recognized honors given to students who have participated in their respective programs for numerous years. These awards are the highest honor given to a senior student chosen by his or her peers, board directors, in recognition of his or her outstanding achievement in musicianship. The student is also chosen for his or her loyalty and cooperation to the ensemble, and his or her continued desire to improve both individually and as an ensemble. This year's John Philip Sousa recipient is an outstanding musician, but what stands out the most about him is his willingness to help others around him improve. He has spent countless hours working with members of the section and has gone out of his way to do whatever he can to help the ensemble improve as a whole. Undoubtedly, his dedication to the program will continue to have a resounding impact on the entire music program for years to come. Just as was mentioned before about this student, he is a leader, and I think that's what stands out about him most. It's my honor to present William Lou to the concert.
The National Orchestra Award also goes to someone exemplified great leadership and excellent playing overall. Someone that I know for the past 10 years has been with us since upper primary, middle school, and high school. Was a great leader and also helped us and was a concertmaster during our first ever concert with the Hong Kong Philharmonic. This year goes to Mari Tsunoda.
Kind, supportive, friendly, and talented are words we would use to describe our National School Choral Award recipient this year. Having sung in the choir all 4 years in high school, he's traveled also with our APAC County Choir 4 years in a row. He has spoken in support of recruiting singers at the middle school, appeared frequently as a soloist, served as student leader to the male a cappella after-school choir, and is an integral leader among one of the most effective student section leader groups we've had at our school. Please help us congratulate Stephen Marcel. The Langford Award recipient has been very dedicated to fine arts. In AP Art, she was usually the first one in the door at 7:30 a.m. and sometimes the last to leave. She spent lunches and free periods working on her AP projects. She has performed in our drama productions, bringing her characters to life with conviction and creativity. She's sung in HKIS choirs for the past 8 years. During high school, she has served in nearly every student leadership role in the choirs. With tasks from planning retreats to organizing logistics for concerts, to creating program covers, to taking photos. Next year, she will attend the Savannah College of Arts and Design, Hong Kong campus, and will undoubtedly have a creative future. Congratulations, and Pia Love.
The next three awards are three annual awards that are given to seniors. And they will be introduced by the three on the leadership team. I'm going to start with the Senior Scholar. I would ask that as these people come forward, I know it feel a little awkward, but you would just stay here because they are immortalized in the office on this plaque and have been for the last 50 years. So, we start with the scholar, voted by members of the faculty. This is given annually to the senior whose academic work reflects consistent effort, thoroughness of preparation, concern for learning itself, and a positive regard for scholarship. This student has been an advocate for scholarship and for the student body as a whole. He has served as part of leadership teams and the Senate, and this year worked to convene a new academic group spanning the grade levels to bring those types of issues to us as leadership. Now, while the focus of this award is academics, this young man goes far beyond academics and grades in who he is as a person. It gives me great pleasure to publicly thank Yash Barlow for his dedication.
The winner of the Senior Leadership Award is chosen by her or his peers, members of the graduating class, the class of 2017. This year's winner has consistently demonstrated to his classmates that he has leadership qualities in his day-to-day actions and decisions. He is a highly collaborative and inclusive leader. This year's winner has been a student ambassador for 3 years, has led the Student Senate, has a gentle presence, a great sense of humour, and is Benoit.
Determined by a vote from the members of the graduating class, this award is given annually to the senior student who has selflessly contributed time, energy, and talents to the school community and beyond. It is not uncommon for this student to be seen with the camera around his neck, weighed down by all the gear he needs to capture the images of the stories that he wants to tell. He has a genuine heart for service, and his contributions to both the school community and beyond is driven by his desire to make the world a better place. He is humble, generous, and unselfish in his interactions, always mindful of the feelings of others. He sees each new experience as an opportunity to grow and learn more about himself, as well as others. He shows maturity way beyond his years, and his talent in community building has enriched us all in so many ways. So it's not surprising that this young man's peers have acknowledged these qualities by unanimously voting him as recipient for this award. It gives me great pleasure and honor to publicly thank George Dew for his and the immeasurable contributions he has made to the school. George, we are all richer because of you. Hello, everyone. Can I ask Jacinta and Zach to come down, please? Christos couldn't be with us today, so we're sending him wishes on the live stream, although I think he's on the plane right now. So. The National Honor Society has membership that's based on 4 key pillars. It's scholarship, leadership, character, and service. We may petition to add fitness, Eric. I'll work on that. And this year, our chapter has 99 members. 44 of them are graduating this year. So can I ask the senior NHS members just to stand quickly so we can applaud you? Service back to the HKIS community that's given our members so much opportunity and so much support. And so we do events like the blood drive and the annual faculty and staff appreciation events. And we do a lot of things that maybe aren't so noticed generally, but they're quite important to building community here at our school. As you might imagine, organizing so many members and so many events and different initiatives takes a lot of leadership. It's very difficult to be leaders of leaders. And so I want to really thank Jacinta and Zach and Christos for their leadership this year in our society. You guys have organized everything with grace and encouragement, and I think the members really appreciate what you've done. Jacinta has been the glue that kind of keeps everything together. As Zach nods. Zach, you've been the communicator that keeps everyone informed, and Christos, I'm going to call him the enforcer. Yeah. So. We've had a really successful year, and I really would like to acknowledge our leaders this year for everything that they've done. Thank you. While I want to thank all 26 members of our Ambassador Board, I do want to honor Maddie Laskowski and Nini Jenna as our Ambassador leaders. Maddie and Nini are two very special people who exemplify what it means to lead by example. They're not just students who talk the talk. As the leaders of the Ambassador Board, they walk the walk every single day. This year, Maddie and Yamini have led a group of 26 active ambassadors with great maturity and respect. They are excellent role models who have spent innumerable hours organizing and implementing a program that represents our student body in a variety of different scenarios. They are both highly organized and responsible, but above all, they're extremely generous young women. It's been such a joy to grow together with them over the past few years, and it's really bittersweet to say goodbye as they begin to pursue their dreams. I have every expectation that Maddie and Yamini will join an equivalent program in their respective colleges next year and enrich the student body in the same way that they have enriched ours. It's my pleasure to honor that Maddie and Yamini for their deep dedication to the Ambassador Board and the incredible passion that they've shown for HKIS.
It's my pleasure to honor William Liu and Cam Jiang for the leadership for the SDL Television.
YouTube stream of this award ceremony, or when you join high school, get your first laptop and learn how to install the printer and print all your assignments, your papers. Without the help of SDLT, it will never happen. It is difficult, but thank you for all those who helped. Can we have all SDLT members stand up and give you In the past, we have a group called SysOps, and we integrated with SysOps 2 years ago. This year, we have 2 leaders who take care of 2 subgroups in SDLT. One is called Digital Communication RS, which is led by William Liu, and they take care of all the streamings, video recordings, event setup in different settings with his team and everyone in the SDLT team. So thank you very much for your time and dedication, William. And Ken is the leader of the Technical Advisory Board. And the way he supports the school is by teaching people, by empowering teachers and students and even parents when they have technical challenge, when they have some new ideas they want to implement with technology. He and his team will help and be there when you need it. So thank you, Ken, for leading the team.
The Senate this year, we have a ceremony next week where we give out the certificates and acknowledge the work of the Exco Senate, so we'll be brief. But we do want to acknowledge the Exco for this year for their collaboration, dedication, and enthusiasm, but most of all, their team spirit. So first of all, our 2 appointed officers this year, Ariel Lee, our secretary, and Maxwell Shimada, our treasurer.
Fantastic Senator Student Life, our great party planner, Sammy Moore.
And our Senator of Sales, Michael Yamama.
For these of you who know what's going on and see more every day, our Senator of Public Relations, Serena Nagy.
Our Senator of Discipline, Roland Downey.
Senator for Athletics and Travel has kept us informed about all the sports going on, Jordan Marzo.
And our Senator of Academic Affairs, Yash Bartolo.
Last but not least, our fantastic presiding officer, from which we take 5 deep breaths at every meeting, Ben Walker.
Let's give them a standing ovation. This is stretch break. Well, clearly we work amongst a lot of high achievers here at HKIS. Success at HKIS isn't easy, and it takes a toll on your heart. This is a place that makes merciless demands on your time. You have to prioritize if you're going to survive here. There's always another concert, another summative, another project, game, squad drama, etc. So, well, that was last year? Got So busy and stressed are the words that many of us use to describe our lives. And that can create a feeling that you just don't measure up, that you're in this alone. And some of us say to ourselves, I don't share my problems with my friends because they don't have time for my issues. What a deceptive and destructive line of reasoning. A friend, by definition, is someone who intentionally makes space in their life for you to inhabit. And being a friend is a spiritual thing. We're here today to recognize the success of our peers in many aspects of the school experience. They've achieved great things. It came through hard work and determination, even if some of them made it look easy. This award is a recognition of those of you who've taken the time to listen to the needs of people around you. To give some of your time to work on a project when you, with their friends, when they needed your time, but you didn't really have it. Right now, there might be someone in this room that's thinking of you by name. They might remember you as the person that invited them to sit with you when they didn't have a friend to sit with. The time that you reminded them that there's more to this life that they can see right now in the moment. And this is all spiritual. This is compassion in action. I work with students who've worked very hard to build a stronger spiritual community at HKIS on this campus. And it's my privilege to honor one among the team for her example of love in action. In a team full of strong leaders, she has served with kindness, patience, and a commitment to excellence. Thank you for your heart for us, Serena Chan.
There are two athletes that stood out. For Male Athlete of the Year, Christos Economos is a fierce competitor, but plays with discipline and commitment to team and sport. It's unfortunate that he's not here today. He attended his sister's graduation, but he's on his way back, and we hope that he's going to be seeing this by live stream. Christos represented both rugby and soccer, and it is fitting that he is considered best and fairest. During his 4 years in the high school, he was 3-year varsity letterman for boys soccer, 2 years for rugby. He was all APAC soccer in 2016 and 2017. He was captain of the varsity soccer team that won Super Soccer this year, Super APAC soccer that is. He won the captain's award for varsity soccer this year, all APAC rugby in 2016, varsity rugby player of the year in 2016, and a member of the Hong Kong Junior National Training Squad for rugby in 2016. All great accomplishments. Christos' ability to manage full commitments to two sports which overlapped several weeks was commendable. Looking at our championship banners around the gym, Christos was a critical factor in leading his teams to 7 China Cup dinners, 2 HKSSF Division I championships, a division and an overall, 1 APAC championship, and 1 Super championship. His teammates and coaches would describe him as selfless and focused. We know Christos will continue making many sports memories as he continues rugby at university. I would like the second best rugby player at HKIS to accept this award on his behalf, Mr. Herbert. Richter was one morning when I was doing like a 5:30 a.m. bus pickup, bus departure after holiday tournament, and this young middle school student just runs up the road past Welcome with Mr. Wimbush in tow at 6 a.m. on a Sunday. I knew a great athlete was in the making with this dedication, and at such a young age. Just a few notable achievements from this young lady. She's a 4-year member of the swim, cross-country, track and field teams, and cross-country captain and track captain over her last couple of years. She was MVP of the cross-country and track team 3 years running. She won the APAC gold medal in the 800 meter, the 1500 meter, and 3000 meter. She currently holds the APAC record in both the 1500 and the 3000. She's a 4-year member of the varsity swim team, helping the team to APAC and China Cup championships in 2015, 2016, and 2017. She is also a national medalist in the 800 and the 1500 meters at the national level in swimming, and has represented Hong Kong Triathlon on their national team, spending 5 years racing throughout Asia, where she has regional and global race finishes, many in the top 5. The list of her accolades go on and on. We are going to continue to see great results from you as you head off to university and as she's accepted a Division I scholarship, and we wish you all the best. Both on and off the track course, she is a true ambassador for her sport and well worthy of the award. This year's recipient of Female Athlete of the Year is Cricket Richter.
Along with both parents, Julia Lee, a member of the class of 2012, and her brother Griffin, class of 2015, passed away early in 2015 as a result of a car accident during a vacation in New Zealand. HKIS came to a halt as it mourned the loss of these two wonderful, spirited, and accomplished students. In their memory, each year, we award the Julia and Griffin Lee Spirit Award. The winner is selected by the members of the graduating class and is awarded to one of their peers. There are no concrete criteria for selection, yet the recipient is likely to be a social person, accessible, fun, outgoing, perhaps mischievous, without ever overtly in breach of school rules. She or he will be someone who will be remembered in the future as having charisma and presence. It is not an award based on academic strength necessarily, or leadership. This year's winner of Julia and Griffin Lee Spirit Award, voted by her peers, is Joseph Cohen.
If I could have Yamini and Johanna come up here. I told them I wasn't going to talk about them, but just very briefly. These girls are in charge of the school yearbook, which means in their senior year they oversaw a 500-page, almost $1 million publication, as well as a staff of 35. And I'd just like to thank them so much for doing such a wonderful job, giving up their spring break to stay in 617A and make sure that every name was correct, every picture was edited. I could have edited it. Thank you so much.
For the 50th year, we wanted to take a moment to slow down and reflect on the moments that brought us here.
From read to feed in lower primary to the Civil War unit in 5th grade, and Greek and Roman Day in middle school, we tried to capture moments throughout the years that have helped to build HKIS into such a vibrant community.
This year, the yearbook is dedicated to Dr. Patrick Deal. Longtime physics teacher, Dr. Deal has been an irreplaceable part of both the science department and the HKIS community as a whole. Students credit him for encouraging their love of science, but more importantly, for always going above and beyond to be caring about their learning and well-being. Good luck with everything you do next year, Dr. Deal. HKIS will miss you. You're amazing. Thank you so much for always committing to us. These are for you.
And of course, we couldn't have done it without the help of all of our editors. We've all helped to create a unique memento of the past 50 years, and the two of us can't thank you enough for all of the time you put into your sections. We don't have flowers for all of you, but we'd still like to recognize all the work you've done. So please stand up if you were an editor this year.
You'll be getting your yearbooks sometime this Friday, and for the rest of the high school, they'll be passed out in homeroom next week. Thank you.
Can you see that, Mr. McDonald? That was my first attempt at teaching you how to put a tie on. Only last Thursday I became aware of a coincidence that amuses me, and I'd like to share it with you. My second cousin, Jacqueline Mellor, is a resident of Repulse Bay. Her mother grew up in Hong Kong, and her father, Mr. William David Gray, was the Director of Education for Hong Kong at the time during which permission was granted to first establish HKIS. He was present at the groundbreaking ceremony of the school. I find myself amazed by the coincidence that 50 years later, a distant relative of Mr. Gray serves with great gratitude and hopefully a degree of humility as the high school principal. And I'm thankful that William David Gray had the foresight and wisdom to partner in the HKIS vision. He probably had no idea that half a century later, the school would be as successful as it is and would be populated by self-actualized students and wonderful, effective teachers. Thank you all for your attention this morning and for being present in the moment here, and to those of you watching online. The end of the school year is coming upon us at a rapid speed. We can all look back on another successful year, one in which the mission of the school has been further advanced by the accomplishments of our students and the excellence of our teachers. Would you please join me in thanking our teachers whose efforts are tireless. Our ceremony has come to its conclusion. Congratulations. congratulations again to our award winners and to all of our students. Thank you. Just wait. Thank you. Thank you for making this such a fulfilling vocation, being a teacher and a principal, and for brightening our days. Have a good day today, a strong end to the school year, and a peaceful, safe summer. Thank you.
George, is it still streaming? No, oh, wait. What beautiful eyes you have. Stop streaming me. What a beautiful mouth. No, I can't focus.